Hello, hello, hello! Welcome and well met! Welcome to the stream! I'm Lena yeah, I flubbed on my own name. I'm Leona Theodosia, and today I'm playing Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. I know it says it's just like the standalone game. It's not. Anyway, let's see. Where we last left off, we're looking around in Babahl. That's so fun to say, Babahl. But we were looking around there. And we were discovering that we may have found out the person who caused the, shall we say, the incident. To keep you two happy, I think I have to wait a few more seconds for it to not be mad at me. To say certain words. But we may have discovered our culprit for one half of this mystery. So let's get into it. I have the evidence pulled up. Also, of course, I pull up my stream and then immediately, like, I need a drink. Oh, I forgot to fill up my water bottle. Okay, hold on. Let's do that before I get further in. It's real close by. It won't take me long. Ah! What is going on? Alright, sorry, the tracking makes me laugh sometimes. Anyway, I got water. Makes water sounds into the mic. Alright. Alright. We got 3 pages of evidence again, don't we? Should probably glance this over before we get any further on. Also, yes, Kay is talking. Oh, what is this? Oh, we have the revolving fire in Babahl. Okay, cool. Got it. Alright, let's see. It's looking more and more like Miss Shin-na is the killer, isn't it? Let's not jump to conclusions yet. We may need to go through what we know so far. She came running straight into this room from the next one and instantly accused you. Furthermore, she claimed that it could only have been you that killed Mr. Kushan. I don't have any proof yet. However, I know she is hiding something from us. Okay then. Why don't we go ask Miss Shin-na herself? Oh. No, not yet. There's something that needs to be done. First, Detective Gumshoe. Sir! Is it my turn to do something, Mr. Edgeworth? In this house, we still appreciate Gumshoe. So I think it may. Is it getting a little too loud? I forgot to be paying attention to the sound. I'm sorry if some of the sounds are a little too loud. I think the only loud sound should be like the objections and hold it's and stuff like that. I'll have to pay more attention. Edgeworth, shout objection again! Anyway, enough goofing around. Yes, I have a 2-part special assignment for you. First, I need you to run a handwriting analysis on Damas II's note. Okay, I'll get the lab boys on that right away! Second, I want you to see if you can fit through the revolving fireplace wall. Right now, sir? No, next decade. Of course now. We need to test our hypothesis first, don't we? Come on, Gummy! You can do it! Alright, I'm gonna do this like a real man. Here I go, through the fireplace and back! You're adorable, Gummy. You shouldn't need to psych yourself up that much for such a simple task, Detective. There he goes. Wow, the wall inside the fireplace really did turn! Oh, wait, there's like stuff in there. Shouldn't we look at that? That's so neat. Now I want to try to go through there too. Oh, it's Halano. There really is a secret passage through there. I had no idea. It would appear that the ash really was pushed into the other room. Furthermore, the Balinese ink you spilled, Ambassador, is there on the back wall. Okay, here I go, sir. Detective, I'd like you to go through there under the same conditions as the killer. Huh? But there's all that ash and stuff. And your point is, now we're short on time, so if you could please hurry on through. Yes, sir. Okay, so now we pretty much have the whole picture, right? No, not yet. There remains a few more mysteries to solve, such as the Yatagarasu's whereabouts, the other smuggling ring members, the 2 weapons that made it across the border, the key Miss Yu stole 7 years ago. Yeah, why did it show up again? In fact, we haven't figured out a thing regarding how Miss Yu is related to these emissaries. Mr. Edgeworth. A number of pieces connect in a very complicated way in this case. It's almost enough to make one completely mentally exhausted. What are you saying, Mr. Edgeworth? I thought you were the one who said that it's easy if you follow the leads. Is that supposed to be an impression of me, Kay? If it's info gathering you need, Gummy and I can help with that. Then all you have to do is show off your fancy schmancy logic deductions. Show off. Does it seem like I'm being boastful when I do that? Let's not overcomplicate matters, okay, Mr. Edgeworth? We've been so focused like a laser on only what seems strange and out of place. It's no wonder nothing's clicked, and we haven't unlocked anything yet. But if we think things through calmly, the answer should come to us. Okay. That's the sort of thing I say to myself when I'm practicing how to unlock padlocks, you know? That is something I hope practice doesn't make perfect. For your sake. What if she gets stuck somewhere and she needs to lockpick her way out? She doesn't steal things. She made a promise to her papa. Remember she has the promise? We saw that promise book from when she was a kid, and she follows it, even now. She won't steal things from people. Because her dad told her not to. I think she's saying this thief stuff, but I'm like, I'm getting the distinct impression she doesn't actually mean she's gonna just take things to take things. That might be just her goofing around with Edgeworth. Wouldn't be the first person to just be silly just to annoy Edgeworth. Anyway. Yay! Looks like you're back to your straight-laced self again. Oop, there's Gumshoe. Hey, Mr. Hey, that's not quite right. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm back, sir. Yes, I can see that. Good work, detective. And he's coughing up my lung. Poor Gumshoe. Looks like you can use that fireplace like a door, sir. Are you alright, Gummy? I'm okay. It's just a bit of ash and dust, that's all. Your jacket has gotten quite filthy. I see the hem has practically turned black. Yeah, well, quite a bit of the unburned ink got on it, sir. I see. Thank you, detective. You did a fine job. I'll even pay the cleaning bill for the trench coat. What? Oh no, sir, I could never. This is just my old coat, sir. If it was a coat I actually cared about, then I'd get it clean, but you know. Atris was confused. I see. Very well then. As you wish. So, because Gummy was able to climb through the fireplace, we know it can be used, right? Yes, but that's not all we learned. We actually learned one other important fact. And that is? We'll have to explain it to you later. Right now, we need to deal with the handwriting analysis. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir! I'll be back before you know it! There he goes. Noom! Handwriting analysis on Mr. Kochen's handwriting will take a bit of time. Let's go and wait in the Theatrum Neutralis, along with Agent Lang and Agent Shin-na. Oh, to be continued. No, we're continuing now. We're only 10 minutes in. Man, I was really close to a pause moment. Not that I knew, that did not feel like I was close to a pause moment. Okay. The Yatagarasu's true identity. Oh, we're in the middle. That makes sense. We might be solving one half of this today, but we're still in the middle of the overall case. Theatrum Neutralis, lobby. Oh, hello. Agent Lang. Lang Ji says, little cubs never do they know the real fury of the elder wolves. Thank you for that inspiring quote. That's not a good way to greet people, Lang. This man really went up to him and just quoted. I'm like, that wasn't even a hello quote. That was just... Who walks up to a person like that and just starts quoting? Okay, I know who Pete does that. Nerds do that. I've done that. That's being silly and like with friends. Lang and Edgeworth are not friends, and nor are they either of these men are particularly silly. On purpose. Edgeworth is definitely silly a lot of time. Anyway, okay. These quotes are definitely becoming increasingly difficult to decipher. And what does that mean? It means you'll never really know how angry I can get. We're not trying to tick you off, sir. Mr. Prosecutor. The counterfeit bills made with Balbanese ink. They were all of the Zhenfa denominations. Yes, so I heard from Miss Von Karma. We don't know where the play money has gone. I think it burnt up. I think that was what was burning in the doorway. If I had to guess. I'm not sure if that's correct, but that's my theory right now. They must not have figured out that it was all burned yet. Ever since those things showed up in circulation, my country's in my country... Okay, try again. Ever since those things showed up in circulation, my country's economy has taken a big hit. Shin-fa is in financial chaos as we speak. Because we can't tell the difference between our own bills and the fakes. But it's not just the money. The citizens are also worried. I stake the honor of the House of Lang on this. And I've come to this land to capture the mastermind behind this whole mess. I forgot Lang has thingy things. We're in the thingy thing club. Okay, moving on. I investigated how the bills were made, and how the ink was smuggled into Shin-fa. And I pursued the smuggling ring all the way here. Tonight, this is where the final chapter was written. Despite my frantic efforts to chase the smuggler down, someone got to him first. And now I'm called to return home without a single answer. Agent Lang, Don't start. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault, Mr. Prosecutor. Ambassador Alba, I'm sorry for all the trouble tonight. No. It was I who should apologize. It was all because I was not strong enough. If only I was able to think of a better solution. I actually don't know how to pronounce that part of his name. It's like Quercus? Like Quirkius? What is the pun in this man's name? What is it? Hold on, let me see his name. It'll help me with the pronunciations if I can figure out the pun. Where is he? There he is. Let's see. Quercus Alba, maybe? No, I don't know. Understand the pun. That's not gonna help. Dang it. Okay, but... Quercus? I'm going with Quercus. Just for consistency's sake, even if that's not the correct pronunciation. Quercus, you fool! Curse your empty brain. You're being too hard on yourself, Ambassador. I take full responsibility for tonight. End of story. Oh, I didn't notice. He changed his sprite, but Lang had his hand in a pocket, but he had 2 fingers out, and he was tapping his hip. I like looking for those quirks because of Apollo Justice, the character, not the game, but like the actual character, because that's his specialty. Because they actually do that. Those actually they can help you, I guess. Sometimes the devs do pay attention, and you can kind of tell which things you gotta do by what sprites people are doing. So that's kind of interesting. It's usually not too relevant, but still, it's a thing that can happen. Anyway. Shin-na, let's go. Time to return to our den. Yes. I don't like to admit it. There's not much else for us to do but go home as well. It should... Oop. Okay, that played out. Lang, a moment if you... Hold it! You, Wolfman, and the secretary lady! Hold it! Objection! Pal! I love Gumshoe! He really needed to put that pal at the end, didn't he? Oh, I love Gumshoe. Okay. Detective Gumshoe, have you got the results of the handwriting analysis already? Yep, and that note was definitely written by Mr. Kuchen, sir. Just as I thought. Good work, detective. So, it's written by Manny. I'm starting to get a picture of what happened here. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. How long do you intend to hold us up for? Sorry to have made you wait, but I believe that now everyone is finally here. Agent Shin-na, I'd like to ask you something if you don't mind. Yes? How exactly did you fail to see the Yatagarasu when you were in the neighboring room to where Mr. Kuchen was killed? I'd like you to explain that to us. What? Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, what are you doing asking her about something she didn't see? Agent Lang hasn't touched the Babahl investigation at all. So I suppose I will need to explain a few things to him first. Miles Edgeworth, I can't even begin to imagine what is going on in that head of yours. Insofar, the whole truth, because he's the only one who's gone back and forth. Besides Larry, maybe? Not really. Not even Larry. I did see Larry. I'm like, that man goes wherever the heck he wants to go, and he can cross over because he's got the Steel Samurai suit on, and he's free to go back and forth, I think, to some extent, because of events going on. You know, just as vaguely, this situation of the... What was the other group? Demi Ninja? Yeah, that was it. Anyway. The only thing going on in my head is the pursuit of the truth. Oh. It sounds like you have some sort of plan. Very well. I'll supervise you until the end. She is seriously going to treat me as a subordinate for the rest of the day. That is how you're able to investigate, Edgeworth. Suck it up. Like he's already doing. You're not trying to pick a fight with my subordinate on some flimsy guess, are you? I'm not trying to pick a fight. And evidence is hardly flimsy, as you will see. Are they? Yeah, they are. Synchronized glasses removal? Or... sunglasses. Synchronized sunglasses removal. I forgot the word sunglasses first. Well, more of this word sunglasses wasn't coming to me. Anyway. It's silly when they do that. Ha! I should have known. You and I are destined to fight it out to the very end. It would appear that way. Well, I'll prove her innocence. So let's see what you've got, Prosecutor Edgeworth. With pleasure. Ooh, it's darkening. For my opening argument, I'll discuss the Yatagarasu that appeared in Babahl, and establish exactly who it was that Case saw. Agent Lang, I assume you've been briefed on Kay's testimony. You mean the suspicious person in a coat that she saw? That's right. The person is one of the keys to solving this case. The person who pretended to be the Yatagarasu. Pretended? What do you mean by that? I'll get to that in a second. But first I want to review what Kay's mysterious person did. Kay, if you could please explain for us what the person you were chasing did. Okay, you got it! It's so fun voicing Kay. I first spotted the suspicious person near the open-air stage on I first spotted the suspicious person near the open-air stage on the Balbanese side. I called out to the person, but as soon as I did, that person ran off. I thought it was rather suspicious, so I immediately gave chase. For the sake of argument, let's call the suspicious person the Yatagarasu. Now please tell us what happened when you chased the Yatagarasu up to the 3rd floor. Can do! Okay. I chased the Yatagarasu all the way up to the 3rd floor of the Balbanese embassy. It was a pretty straight chase down the hallway until the sudden turn. The Yatagarasu disappeared around the corner, so I did my best to catch up. When I turned the corner, I saw the Yatagarasu run into Mr. Kochen's office. And I gave chase and ran into the room. But when I entered the room, it was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing. I felt something on the ground next to my foot, so I turned on the light, but then... She screamed. Who's there? By the time I turned on the lights, the Yatagarasu had disappeared. When Kay entered the room, the person she was chasing was already gone. Why do you suppose that was, Agent Lang? What do you mean, why do you suppose? Isn't it obvious? He thinks he's Herschel Layton. I haven't heard that phrase so often since playing a Professor Layton game. Man, I hope that comes out soon. I want to play the New World of Steam. Anyway, Ace Attorney. The person slipped out through the door behind the girl under the cover of darkness. Ooh. Sorry, but I know for a fact that person didn't escape through that door. Oh? And how do you know that with such certainty? That's easy. If the Yatagarasu had left through that door, they would have run into this person. Would it be Shin-na?
Take that!
Your answer is Shin-na. Yes, because let's consider what would have happened if the Yatagarasu had used the door. When Kay screamed upon discovering Mr. Kochen's body, the Yatagarasu would have run right into Agent Shin-na, who was in the next room over. Agent Shin-na, would you mind telling us if you saw the suspicious person in question? No, I didn't see anyone. You see? Therefore, the Yatagarasu... It just means that creep slipped out before Shin-na made it out into the hallway. What was Edgeworth saying? Oh, he was just saying the Yatagarasu can't escape from the door. Okay. I doubt that, as there was another person in that hallway, a certain detective. Detective Gumshoe. Where were you exactly at that time? Me, sir? Well, when I heard Kay's scream... The elevator. I ran toward Mr. Kochen's office from the opposite direction of Agent Shin-na, sir. Agent Lang, can you explain how someone could have eluded both of them? Even you must concede that under these circumstances, the door was not a viable route. Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth! You nailed him with just an explanation of what happened. Yes, I've eliminated one of the possible escape routes from that room. This is far from over. I need to make Agent Lang aware as well of yet another possible escape route that Yatagarasu could have taken. He's trying so hard to think. Did he figure it out, though, on his own? Let's see. Oh. I get it. So that's what you were trying to show me. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, let me guess. This is what you're trying to say, right? This door was not a viable escape route. Then there must have been another way out. Precisely. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to bust... It's time to bust out with our revolving fireplace wall explanation, right? No, not quite yet. Huh? But why? I thought this would be the perfect time. The revolving wall on the Belvedere side is known only to 4 people. And if we use this information unwisely, the truth may escape us in the end. What's with all the whispering over there? Scared I'll figure out your tactics? Nothing of the sort, Agent Lang. Come, let us continue where we left off. That smug, haughty attitude of yours. You really rubbed me the wrong way, you know that? He's just like that. You haven't really seen him smug and haughty. You should have met him when he was still under the thumb of Von Karma. He was smug and haughty then. This is the improved version. Well, no matter. I've figured out already. I figured you out already, anyway. The only possible escape route besides the door is the room's lone window. And since an eerie picture of said escape route exists, are you saying that this photo captures the moment of the Yatagarasu's escape? I guess Detective Bad must have filled him in on this photo. I have to admit that at first, I thought the window to be a possible escape route as well. I kind of always remember the fireplace thing. I don't think I had any guesses as to what it was. However, now I know that to be impossible. Now I realize you may not know this, but... humans can't fly. Of course I know that. It's bloody common sense. Besides, I never said that I thought the photo to be of the Yatagarasu's escape route. I suppose not. Alright then, explain yourself. The shadow in this photo is not the Yatagarasu that Kay was chasing after. You can say whatever you like in whatever language you want. There's only one language I really understand. The language of evidence. Very well then. I present to you the proof that the person Kay saw is not the same as the one in this photo. Ooh. Isn't it the timing? First fire on the 4th and 5th floors. Where? Do we have Kay's testimony still? No. Okay, right, 4th and 5th floors were the first fires. The fire on the 3rd floor where Kay saw the Yatagarasu happened after this. So I think we need to present the 2 fires because that picture was taken before this incident. So let's try this.
Take that!
Let me explain to you precisely why the shadow in this photo is not the Yatagarasu Kay saw. Kay spotted the Yatagarasu heading for the 3rd floor during the 2nd fire. However, the photo in question was taken just after the 1st fire. Yeah, way to go! That's twice you bit him it. In the butt. I thought she was gonna say bite him on the nose. Why are you using that analogy right now? Oh, that's funny. We're not done yet. You still have to explain what that shadow is. And how the Yatagarasu escaped. I don't suppose you can answer both, can you? Regarding the photo, I admit that we don't understand what it means quite yet. Ha! As I thought. However, the Yatagarasu's escape route? Now that I can answer. You can? Well then, Mr. Prosecutor, go on. Enlighten me.
Hold it!
Even if I explain it, you'll try to find some flaw with what I have to say. You're busy heading up the Alabastian investigation, correct? In that case, I doubt you have much knowledge about the Balbanese side of the case. So wouldn't it be best if the lead on that side, Agent Shin-na, explained in my stead? Shin-na is my subordinate. If I don't stick up for her, how can I look at her in the eyes and call myself her boss? Careful. Lang, it's alright. I can take care of him. Shin-na. You've shielded me a lot as my boss. But it's time for me to prove my worth. Oh, that's face. Oh, that's a face of a totally innocent, non-harmful person. That's sarcasm. That's unsettling. If it was just a touch less big of a smile, that'd be less unsettling, but it's just a bit too big of a smile, so it's unsettling. Alright, if you're okay with it, then you have my support. Finally, it's just down to Agent Shin-na and myself. This is where the battle really begins. Cross-examination? Now then, what is it you'd like to ask? Let's see. Why don't we start with your movements inside the Balbanese embassy? Yep, cross-examination. Shin-na's movements. During the first Balbanese fire, I assisted in putting out the fire. Yep, that's on the 5th and 4th floor. During the second fire, I was searching for the Yatagarasu that had appeared in Babahl. Okay, she's just coming from the elevator side. While I was searching, I heard a scream come from the next room over. Although I was in the next room, I was unable to catch a glimpse of the Yatagarasu. To be honest, I'm actually very skeptical that the girl's Yatagarasu even exists. And that is all I have to say. I'm not lying when I say I saw the suspicious person run into Mr. Kochen's office! Like I said earlier, I have no intention of retracting my testimony. Good. Just to confirm, did you have a partner when you were on your investigation? No, I moved alone. In that case, you have no one to corroborate your alibi, is that correct? Are you calling her suspicious because she was in a room by herself? How pathetic! And wasn't it when Agent Shin-na tried to arrest Kay under the same rationale? Oh wait, no, it was... And it wasn't when Agent Shin-na tried to arrest Kay under the same rationale. And Lang's sweating bullets going like, shutting up, mouth is shut. Shut it, Wolfie, no more barking. Okay, I'm just teasing him too much at this point. And how about when you accuse Larry because he was the weapon's owner? It is pick on Lang hours. Not that it's unexpected for that useless lump to get into such a situation. Although, I suppose it's never a good idea to let mistakes go uncorrected. I'll make no excuse for what I did in that situation. And you should apologize right now for making Kay out to be the killer, pal. I'm sorry. Shin-na, apologize. I'm sorry. It's really okay. I mean, I'm not under suspicion anymore. We really got bullied into an apology. Like, really got bullied into an apology right there. He was sweating bullets the whole time. That's hilarious. I'm so glad I didn't remember that. This is so funny. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? Well, I never doubted you. Not for 1 second. And the same goes for me. I believe in Shin-na. Well, let's put that to the test and see if she is really worthy of your trust. This promises to be interesting. Cross-examination? Cross-examination. Actual proper cross-examination time. Okay. First Balbany's fire. Second fire should search for the Yatagarasu. Scream from the next room. She's not in the next room, she didn't see the Yatagarasu. Okay. We hear anything right away that could tell us she's lying. This is shows. We have... Okay. No, I don't think it's gonna be helpful. Plus, I kind of need to refresh my memory of what happened on the Babahl side. Because it's been a bit. Oh gosh, why is my throat getting so rough? Let's see. Cause a death, single stab wound to the base of the neck. Ooh, right, that was nasty. Body wasn't badly burned with fire. I feel like that's important. Roll the key. If we can look at it and it turns into a key and knife. Alabastian knife. Right. The handle has a Balbany's handle? No. They put the Alabastian handle back on. Okay. The Kadofian smuggling. We got the Balbany's knife handle. Swap with the real murder weapons handle. Its blade has yet to be found. Okay, and then I think we're on to not as helpful stuff. Okay, given that we're chasing the Yatagarasu, the fact that we have misused perfume could be useful. But that's not it yet. Fountain. Photo, that's not relevant right now. We already proved that. Here's the wire. Okay. No, I think we need a press. Okay. I've also reacquainted myself with the evidence, which is also good. We're gonna go start from the beginning. So I have nothing really stands out to me at this point, so just go through it. Hi, do you need help? Okay, Squeaks. Sorry, there's Kitty. She's just standing there, and I'm like, are you okay? I'm gonna poke you. Hi. Cat has been restarted. I got chirped at. Anyway. Where were we? Okay. First Balbany's fire. So this is the 5th and 4th. She's helping and putting it out. So you helped with the fire extinguishing effort. I was in charge of the police on the Balbany's side, so I helped them with their work. At least doing the job of firemen. I really know how to work people. She sure does. That's because she's one awesome woman who knows how to manage. I guess so. She's always bringing you a business card or a scroll at just the right time. Prepare everything before I'm ordered to. That is the definition of a secretary. She kind of seems more capable than Agent Ling, doesn't she? At the very least, she's certainly more capable than you, Detective. Ugh. I kinda had a feeling you were going to say that. China's more than just a capable secretary, you know. China, tell him the other things you're good at. Alright. She was... Why was that the dialogue to continue on to the other parts of the testimony? It doesn't make much sense in English, but okay. Second fire. Ooh, sorry, big yawn. At the second fire, you mean the one that consumed the third floor of Babahl, correct? Yes. It was when the suspicious person was spotted in Babahl. Then you were after the same person in the long coat that I was after. There's no proof that the suspicious person was really the Yatagarasu. Because no one was able to get a good look at the person's face. By the way, how was your team's investigation? In order to extinguish the fire, water was pumped into the third floor via the windows. So the majority of investigators conducted their searches on the other floors. Maybe they did, but there was one person who was wandering around lost on the third floor. When the fire was pretty much out, I moved to investigate the third floor. And you did that alone? Yes. Okay, and then she heard Kay scream. So you were in the room next to Mr. Kochen's office. I already told you I was earlier, as I was examining the neighboring room. I heard that girl's shrill scream. Upon hearing her, I immediately ran towards Mr. Kochen's office, wherein you proceeded to arrest her, as I recall. Yes, I did. But she was totally innocent, pal! I thought we had already cleared that up! And I thought I had already apologized for my behavior. Now, if the tenacious detective would be so kind as to be quiet. Ugh! I have to agree. Right now is not the time to take issue with that. Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth! But I do take issue is the fact that you didn't see the Yatagarasu, Agent Shin-na. The prosecutors of this country are all so strange. Hello? Why is my cat meowing? Why are the cats being strange today? Did one of my cats get stuck somewhere? Hold on, I need to check quickly. Sorry, I don't want my cat to be stuck behind a door. Yep, Kitty was stuck behind a door. Kitty is free. Hi there. You can come out? Okay, well the door is open. They can come out when they feel like it. Alright, back to the game. Where were we again? Issue with the fact that you didn't see the Yatagarasu, Agent Shin-na. The country also strange. Okay, there you go. Poor kitty. Let's see. Really didn't see anything. Hold it! You were unable to catch even a glimpse despite being in the next room. Is that true? I really hate to repeat myself. I'm sorry for inconveniencing you. However, I simply wish to make sure that you are not misremembering something. We wouldn't want you to be accused of lying later on, would we? Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Are you calling Shin-na's testimony a lie? Agent Ling, I'm talking with Agent Shin-na right now. I I said Shin-na before. Shin-na. Shin-na right now. So I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't interrupt us with superfluous comments. That struck him. That struck a nerve. You know, I feel kind of bad for him. It really is pick on laying hours right now. I understand his pain at watching one of his subordinates being accused. However, I cannot turn my eyes from the truth. Lang, I'm alright. And as for you, I think you should be focusing your doubts on that girl rather than me. And why is that? Okay, now we're on the left.
Hold it!
Isn't sure yet the Yatagarasu even exists. Are you throwing Kei's words into doubt again? Well, she does claim to be the Yatagarasu, right? And she did try to chase down the Yatagarasu, despite being just an average citizen. Actually, she came here with the goal of capturing the fake Yatagarasu. That's right! Which is why I would never lie about anything related to the Yatagarasu. And I suppose you have proof of that somewhere. Not quite, but even without any, I have people who believe in me. And that's enough. I see. His testimony is without flaw. But as for yours, well, let's just say that I find your testimony to be a bit suspicious. There seems to be a very large flaw in her testimony. Oh, why don't you show her using what we found out with Little Thief? I will in due time. The escape route of the Yatagarasu that Kei was in pursuit of. If it turns out that it really does lead right to Agent Shin-na, then what is it that she is keeping from us right now? Next room over. Although when I was in the next room, I was unable to catch a glimpse of Yatagarasu. To be honest, I'm actually very skeptical that the girl's Yatagarasu even exists. Okay, I think it's probably one of these last two statements. Let's see, although I was in the next room, I was unable to catch a glimpse of the Yatagarasu. Why would she be unable to see somebody? So I suppose... It sounds like we don't want to reveal the fireplace trick yet, maybe, so... What proves the Yatagarasu exists? I suppose there's the key. We just show the key. It wouldn't be that simple, would it? Well, let's either show the fireplace here, or I don't think showing the key really helps. I guess we show the fireplace trick here? Save. Just in case. Are you good? Okay. It's not one thing, it's another. Cats are being very high maintenance today. Yeah. Yeah, come here. You're okay. Give me a second. Okay, back again. I'm sorry my kitties are being a handful, but kitties need my help. Like, they don't have opposable thumbs. The kitty is fine, by the way. Okay. I gotta save. Let's try the fireplace trick. Is it now? Doesn't... It both sounds like we should do this now and not do this now, so we'll see.
Objection!
Nope. It was a now thing. Cool. Being in the room next to Mr. Kochen's office is the problem with your testimony.
Not so fast!
Mr. Prosecutor, I don't see what problem you're talking about at all. Agent Lang, do you recall the secret we discovered about the Alabastian office fireplace? Huh? Oh, you mean how it connects the office with the room next door? What about it? Well, Alabast isn't the only country with secret connecting fireplaces. What? The fireplace in Mr. Kochen's office holds the exact same secret. What? The Yatagarasu didn't escape through the door to the room, or the window. The escape route was through the revolving fireplace wall, and into the next room over. Her nail on the head animation is so funny. Her hair just flips back. Okay. Now do you see? If the Yatagarasu had escaped into the next room, then the thief would have run straight into Agent Shin-na. Meaning that, it's impossible for her to have missed the Yatagarasu. Yeah! What is the meaning of this, Miles? Well, would you care to explain, Agent Shin-na? How you managed to completely miss the fleeting Yatagarasu? Or shall I? Oh. The claim that you were in the next room was a lie all along, wasn't it? The truth is, you were the one Kay saw in the coat, pretending to be the Yatagarasu, and you were the one she chased after. As you tried to lose her, you ran to Mr. Kochen's office and headed for the fireplace. Then you shed your coat in the next room, leaving it there to emerge as Agent Shin-na. After that, you came back around to place Kay under arrest. Does that sound about right? If not, then speak now or forever hold your peace. How dare you make Kay look like the bad guy when you're the suspicious one, pal? Oh, she's laughing. Shin-na? And off she goes. Babahl, Ling has a changeling helper. I guess. That laugh. It's you! I remember that irritating laugh. Ugh. I'm getting chills down my spine. Can't be. It has to be. Shin-na, what's wrong with you? I'm sorry. It was just so funny. I couldn't help but laugh. Funny, you say? Yes, that you would accuse me of being the Yatagarasu. The prosecutors of this country really are all so very strange. Do you think you could get away with this by simply laughing it off? You think I'm taking things too lightly? I think not. It's the prosecutor who is. Look, everything you said earlier is something more than mere speculation. The Yatagarasu fled through the fireplace. Do you have any proof to back up your claim? If you don't, then you haven't proven a thing regarding the Yatagarasu's escape route. The tone of voice you're taking with me now has certainly changed. That's because it's been a while since I've had this much fun. I think I'll let loose, and then we can have a real battle of wits. An agent of Interpol to show me the true power of her mind. It's a great honor. Don't underestimate me. I'm not some foolish broad, you know. I know. And that is exactly why I won't hold anything back either, as I answer your question. My question? Here's your proof that the revolving fireplace wall in Babahl was used recently. Oh, it's, Kuchen's? No, Polano's. Testimony. Spiel of Babahl's ink into the back wall of fire. And well, burning filers in the fireplace left ashes there. Yeah.
Take that!
I don't know. I think it is. I'm sorry, but is this really your honest answer to my question? Yes. According to Ambassador Polano's testimony, he said that he was burning some documents in the fireplace with Mr. Kuchen. Oh? The ashes of what they burned were left in the fireplace, so they should have been there. However, when we went to investigate the room, the ashes weren't there. Why is that a problem? Maybe someone cleaned them up.
Objection!
Unfortunately for you, Ambassador Polano said that he forgot to. And so the question remains, why were the ashes missing? The answer is simple. When the Yatagarasu went through the fireplace wall, the ashes were pushed into the next room by the wall as well. The movement of the ashes that were in Mr. Kuchen's office is my proof. Not doing all that much laughter. And just what is so funny? Ash has proof. Ashes to ashes! Are you even allowed to submit such fakery evidence in court? You still wish to fight us? Of course, why wouldn't I? In that case, let's hear your counter-argument. My counter-argument, huh? This really is just like being in court. Well, to me, we're simply continuing from where we left off all those years ago. I have no idea what you're talking about. It doesn't matter if we're at a crime scene or in court. Let's finish this here and now. I suppose. I've had a lot of fun today. But I go weary of this game of cat and mouse. Let's make this the last testimony, and wrap up this absurd case once and for all. Why do I get the feeling it's not going to be the last testimony? In my eyes, all you've proven is that the rotating fireplace wall was used. But you can't really call that proof. That the Yatagarasu used the fireplace, now can you? So then, who was it that used the rotating wall? Show me your answer with real evidence. Remember, we already finished our very thorough investigation. And we found not a single suspicious thing in Mr. Kochen's office. And there you have it, my counter-argument. Alright. It's very impressive. Just seen through to the fact that I've yet to gather that one piece of evidence. Kay has a very sharp look in her eyes. What is it, Kay? I haven't heard a peep out of you in quite a while now. If you don't think you can handle it, feel free to leave the rest of it to us. But Hey, pull yourself together. You are the true heir to the Yatagarasu name, are you not? If you want to steal the truth, you must never take your eyes off of it. This chase you're running to catch the truth. You must see it through to the very end. Mr. Edgeworth. Right, I will see this through to the end. So, go get her from me, Mr. Edgeworth. With pleasure. Looks like a lack of evidence has left you wide open, doesn't it? Shin-na. Please. Show me you're someone I can trust. She's absolutely not. She's Callisto you. That's very much established at this point. She is not. It really is pick on laying hours today. This poor man. Poor Wolfie. Don't worry. This will be the deciding match. You'll see. I'm truly sorry, Agent Lang, but I simply cannot allow her to escape me again. Very well then, Agent Shin-na. Shall we begin? I'm ready whenever you are. Roading fireplace was used. Can't really call that proof the Yatagarasu used the fireplace. Use the rotating wall. Show me the answer for evidence. Already finished a very thorough investigation. I found not a single suspicious thing in Mr. Kuchin's office. That's a bald-faced lie. Wait, is this all three? Yeah, this is all three papers. Unless she's including her investigation, not with Edgeworth investigating that bit. Okay, you know what? I'll give it a try. I'm gonna save just in case. I keep messing up and need to restart it just in case. Is it just the papers? Because, like, it's like, we found not a single suspicious thing. I'm like, that's... We absolutely did!
Objection!
Yeah, no, that's not. Yeah. No, not that. Okay. That doesn't work. That's a lie. They absolutely found suspicious things, but that's not the point. Right, we're trying to get the fireplace. Fireplace, focus. We're trying to... You know what? I'll press on these. Let's see if I can get some more info. The Interpol has finished examining the entire Balbanese embassy. Yes, the investigators who weren't allowed into the Ablaze were incredibly helpful. They all put in great efforts to search for any sign of the Yatagarasu. And yet, despite all that effort, it appears that they failed to notice the lack of ash in the office fireplace. Furthermore, you were the one who inspected the room next to Mr. Kuchen's, correct? Didn't notice the ash there in the fireplace of that room. And for that, I am sorry. You don't need to apologize, Shin-na. As your boss, your mistakes are my mistakes. So allow me to apologize for you. I'm sorry. You know, maybe this guy's not such a bad guy after all. No, Lang's pretty cool. He's just really hates Edgeworth for being a prosecutor. That is like 99% of the reason why Agent Lang's a difficult so-and-so. He apologizes for his subordinate and everything. What a great boss! Are you saying that I don't do anything for my own subordinates? Ah! Nothing of the sort, sir! You're someone I really respect, sir! Even if you are a bit too strict sometimes. That is only a problem on your end. Wow, way to be super hard on him in response. Am I really too strict on everyone? To pick on Edgeworth hours now. Anyway, Shin-na. You didn't find anything in Mr. Kuchen's office, right? That's right. We finished our investigation. Do we need to press on this? We need to press on this. So you really didn't find anything? Yes, as I said, not one suspicious thing. Although, as you already know, we did find the Yatagarasu's key and the document detailing the smuggling operation. But we still haven't found the blade that belongs to the Balbanese knife handle yet. Ah, you see? My subordinates worked hard to investigate everything. So there was nothing else to find, alright? Wow, Agent... It's hard to go from Lang to Gumshoe because they do similar things. Wow, Agent Lang really sticks up for his people. You gonna read a quote? Langji says, all men are brothers, and friends become family. So you see, my people are my family, and their families are my family too. That's a rather large family you have there. Yes, but as we all know, there's always one black sheep in any family. And though it pains me, Agent Lang, you will know the black sheep in your family. So, do you actually have any proof that the Yatagarasu used the fireplace passageway? No, I haven't found any yet. What are we going to do? There's no need to worry. Because there's a loophole in this Interpol agent's argument that we can exploit first. The one in charge of the Balinese investigation was not Agent Lang, which means that with Agent Shin-na in charge, it's possible she may have tampered with the evidence. A piece of evidence that we found. But there's one thing I do know. It is that someone tried to hide it from us. Okay, that's a good hint. I'm rather confused what to do. Okay. Tampered evidence. Oh, they were all burned up in Babahl. That was the counterfeit bills. We gotta figure out what was tampered with. It has the blade and stuff. Oh, that's one of the fan blades. I was like, what is that white cylinder? The fan blade. Yeah, with the key, you just... It goes from knife to key. I don't think that's important right now. Okay. Please definitely Albastin was carried across. I know this is missing. I still know what that is. Yeah, the handle and the blade is removable. Play with a bloody knife. That sounds unsanitary and dangerous. Let's not do that. The real and the fake were swapped. Dark related smuggling of Balinese ink appears to point to Mr. Pretend. Swap with the real murder weapons handle. Its blade has been yet to be found. Show me the answer to real evidence. Thorough investigation. Single suspicious thing in Mr. Koshen's office. Let's see. The one in charge of the Balinese investigation was not Agent Lang, which means that Agent Shin-na in charge. Possible she may have tampered with the evidence. Piece of evidence that we found. If there is one thing I do know, it is that somebody tried to hide it from us. And that's dialogue for the key. What was hidden? I mean, that the knife blade was hidden. Papers were definitely hidden. There are so many things that were hidden from us. What is she trying to do? Just to steal the prima duck statue. This is from Maniko-chan. I don't think that's... open right now, maybe? Oh, the wire! A good length of wire that was found wrapped up inside the Babahl's grandfather clock. Is this what we show?
Objection!
Oh, it is. When you're stuck, investigate the evidence again. It helps. Well, you say that you and your agents have finished your thorough investigation. Are you absolutely certain that you didn't overlook anything? Well, aren't we full of ourselves? Standing there insulting Interpol agents. You better not be You better not be insulating that my men are incompetent, Mr. Prosecutor. I'd never do that. However, it doesn't change the fact that they did overlook something. I'd like for you to take a look at this length of wire. And what exactly is this supposed to mean? Sweating bullets! And length of wire. So what about it? I'll tell you what. We found this in the Balbanese embassy not long ago. What? And we found it wound up inside the grandfather clock in Mr. Kochen's office. We found that at the scene of Mr. Kochen's murder. Oop. This wire wasn't all we found. I found one other very important thing. There's more? In Mr. Kochen's office, there were signs that somebody had burned counterfeit bills there. What in the... Yeah! Should be more like, yeah! Oh, why are we found out? Oh. That evidence was something you found out through the girl's machine, right? So what if it was? Ah, that's what I thought. But unfortunately for you, a recreation made by machine is hardly concrete proof. Among the ashes you found in the room, did you happen to find any counterfeit bills? No. You see? So there was nothing in that office. Nothing you can call evidence, anyway.
Objection!
I'm sorry, but I seem to have given you the wrong impression. How so? I don't recall saying I was presenting evidence of any sort. Or rather, I was pointing out that your investigation was incomplete. And that this throws doubt on the purity of your investigation into the Yatagarasu. You still suspect me, I see. Alright then, I ask that you point out what part of my investigation is incomplete. Logic time? The other Interpol agents worked under the command of Agent Shin-na. And it is not possible that the reason the person K was chasing chose the third floor was because that person knew there would be no other agents on that floor. It's not possible that the reason person K was chose the third floor because that person knew there would be no other agents on the floor. Okay, I read that correctly this time. Furthermore, I've come to see that Agent Shin-na was only pretending to be investigating the Yatagarasu, to the point of arresting K. In that case, there is one location that no one has yet to inspect. Our team's investigation was incomplete because they failed to inspect this location. The other room.
Take that!
The location Agent Shin-na is, of course, the room you claim to have examined. I believe the room next to Mr. Kochen's office warrants a thorough inspection. Even if you do that, I doubt you'll find anything of use to you there. I will be the one to decide that. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. I'm on it. I'll be right back after I check out that room next to the office. Off he goes. And sometime later. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you really think that Miss Shin-na's the Yatagarasu? Yes, if my logic is sound, I believe she is. Then I'm not gonna let her get away with ruining the name of the Yatagarasu. But can you prove she's the Yatagarasu? Oh. But can you prove she's the Yatagarasu? Is the question. Detective Gumshoe can find what I'm hoping he will find. Then I should be able to. And just what are you hoping he'll find? Let's just say this. I had Detective Gumshoe do a little experiment for me earlier. An experiment? As if that detective has the brains for high science. It wasn't that mentally taxing. I had him use the same escape route as the Yatagarasu. And what did you find out by doing that? First, that it's possible for a person to fit through the revolving wall door. Second, that by going through there, his coat was covered in ash and Balbany's ink. Who cares what his coat was covered in? It's not worth that much anyway. But is it really worth so little? I believe that it's actually quite a meaningful result, the value of which I'm about to prove.
Mr. Edgeworth, I found some things you really need to see, sir.
Oh. So what are these things that you found?
Some makeup, a coat, and a pair of shoes, sir.
You found a coat? You hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? Maybe it's the one the person I was chasing was wearing. Yes, the possibility does exist. Agent Shin-na. Were these pieces of evidence not in that room when you examined it? Huh. Unfortunately for you, those aren't suspicious items of any sort. They all belong to me. They were getting in the way, so I stored them in that room.
Oh.
Thank you for bringing them to me. It saves me a trip. May I have them back now?
Hold it!
These items that Detective brought back are incredibly significant. I request that we be allowed to examine them. They're my personal belongings. You have no right to touch them without my permission.
Objection!
I wish to examine them for the sake of investigation. But if you wish to deny us access to them, Agent Lang, let's hear your opinion on this.
I say, let them look at your stuff, Shin-na.
Lang.
Shin-na, let's put it all out in the open. You're really innocent, and you have nothing to worry about, right?
I guess so. Alright, go ahead and examine whatever you'd like. After all, I have nothing to hide. Good. Now let us begin. So which of Agent Shin-na's belongings are you—
Oh wait, so which of Agent Shin-na's belongings are you going to examine, sir?
The coat? Let's examine the coat.
Yes, sir!
It appears that you managed to stain your coat rather badly. Agent Shin-na. The Yatagarasu that case saw was wearing a coat. And I'm beginning to wonder if the stain wasn't created when you went through the fireplace. No, you have it wrong. That soot probably got on my coat when I was helping the police put out the fire. What about this dark substance around the hem of your coat? Oh, I didn't realize the hem was that dirty. I'm sure it's just some water mixed with soot from when I was helping with the fire.
I don't think so. You think you could get away with such a transparent lie? Yeah, don't lie to us, pal. This is the same pattern of dirt that I got on my coat when I went through the fireplace.
Your words ring hollow in the absence of evidence, you know. So unless you can prove that the dirt on my coat is from the fireplace, which I can. How? You did a great job, Detective Gumshoe.
Huh? Me, sir? What did I do?
This coat. This is exactly the piece of evidence I was searching for. I had been hoping to find the coat that the person Kay saw was wearing. And thanks to you, we proved that going through the fireplace was solely a coat.
I don't quite get what you're saying, but I'm happy for the praise, sir.
What remains is for us to show what the dark substance on the coat hem is. Oh, you think you can do that? Of course I can. This is the dark substance that sullied the hem of this coat.
The ink.
Take that!
But Balbany's ink.
Yes, This is what will prove that the coat went through that fireplace. According to Ambassador Polano, he burned some files in the fireplace this morning. You told us about that already, so I don't really see the point in mentioning it again. My point is that he spilled some ink into the back wall of the fireplace at that time. If the dark substance on this coat turns out to be Balbany's ink, it would prove that you and this coat went through the revolving fireplace wall. Ah! Sorry to have clipped one of your wings, Yatagarasu. We're not finished yet. We have no way of proving whether or not this is Balbany's ink on the coat hem. Oh, but I do. And I intend to show that it is ink in a few seconds. How? How, you ask? Well, since you don't seem to know, allow me to show you. This is how I would prove that the dark substance on the coat is Balbany's ink. Burn the coat! I got way too excited about that. We can find out whether that... Wait, we can find out whether that is Balbany's ink or not by lighting it on fire. That's how you're going to prove that it's Balbany's ink? Yes. If you could please cut a section of the dark-stained area for me, I'd appreciate it. Because I will show you here and now what the dark substance is. China, sorry to do this, but I'm going to have to cut off a bit of your coat. Go ahead. I wasn't planning to wear it anymore anyway. Now then, if someone could loan me a lighter or something. Oh, I've got some matches. I always carry them with me so I can light smoke bombs. You have smoke bombs on you, girl? Be careful with those. They're still partially explosives. Don't burn yourself. Then, if I could please have one, Kay, we can get this experiment underway. Oh! The flame. It's the same color as the flames witch crystal oil produces, which means... Balbany's ink is a product of witch crystal oil, and when lit, the ink produces a green flame. I believe the time has come to clip the Yatagarasu's other wing. Miss Shin-na, you're the fake Yatagarasu! The one who killed my father! It's about time you came clean, Agent Shin-na. Or should I say, Callisto you. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor! You're not serious, are you? Do I look like the joking type to you? He is not. I don't... Actually, I think there was like one time Edgeworth tries a joke and everyone is just like, are you joking? Freaks everybody out. Callisto you. I've never heard that name before in my life. That manner of speaking and that attitude. You haven't changed a bit in 7 years. You're the defense attorney that killed Mr. Faraday and then tried to frame me for it. Oh, really? And you have proof? You insist that I'm this Callisto you woman. But you can't prove it. If you have no proof, then I'm afraid you won't be able to lay a single finger on me.
Objection!
The raven is a very unique bird, one that flies by the darkness of night. However, the light of dawn has arrived, and it will reveal your true ugly form to the world. Enough poetry. I want to see some evidence. Do you really have something that can prove that she is Callisto you? I do. It's something the second Yatagarasu has preserved for us these last 7 years. I was about to say, is it a perfume bottle? It's a perfume bottle. Do me the honor, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, well, we finally come to the end. We'll prove her to be Callisto you with this, and clip the Yatagarasu's wings for good. She's still wearing this all this time?
Take that!
this perfume. This will prove you to be Callisto Yu. It will? Faye has preserved it perfectly for us. Should you remember this bottle? This belonged to Miss Yu just before she disappeared 7 years ago. Naturally, this means that a few of her fingerprints are on here as well. This is the bottle of perfume you spilled, which I have preserved ever since. I heard from my father, Brian Faraday, that if stored under the right conditions, a fingerprint could be preserved for decades. Oh, nice. Which means that your fingerprints are still on here. Every last one. We can clear everything up if we were to compare the prints on this to your own. Now come, Agent Shin-na. Will you submit yourself to a fingerprint test? And she's... Oh, she's really lost it. That's a face! Oh, that's a face! And she's still laughing. I'm not doing that. Girl has lost the coop. It looks like you've seen right through me yet again. You're sending the biggest chill down my spine, Edgeworth. Oh. It's playing Callisto Yu's song. Callisto Yu. So you've shown your true face at last. This feeling of thrill, it's even greater than the last time 7 years ago. Shin-na, you're... Ling, I really enjoyed our days together. You're an insanely strong, nice, kind-hearted, idiot oaf of a man. So you were a spy all along. A mole sent by the smuggling ring I've been chasing after. Somebody who had been feeding them intel on Interpol all this time. Very good. Maybe you're not as big of an idiot as I thought. But still you. The one who killed my father 7 years ago. You're her, aren't you? The fake Yatagarasu. That's right. Callisto Yu. That's just one of my many names. But even that is just a facade. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the great thief Yatagarasu. It was happening. Callisto Yu, this time you won't escape, for this is the end of the road for you. Now come along quietly. You know, you're the one who left the strongest impression on me, Kay Faraday. And had you not used the Yatagarasu's gadgets, I might have never known who you were. But here you are, being a thorn in my side, just like your father always was. Kay, don't. You? I'll never forget what you did to my father! You really are just like him. Mr. Faraday, too, possessed such laughable honesty. Oh, she has a gun. She has a gun. Oh no, Kay. Kay! Ah! You let Kay go right now, pal! You despicable. Go of me, you filthy— ah! You think I'm fake, don't you? Well, unfortunately for you, I'm the real Yatagarasu. That's impossible. My father was the one who created Little Thief. Hey, Edgeworth. The Yatagarasu has 3 legs. Do you know why that is? Why it has 3 legs? There are 3 main reasons why the Yatagarasu will always be 1 step ahead. This is an active bad, by the way, in a flashback. First, the Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. Second, the Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. No, it can't be. Because you finally figured it out. Do you finally know the real identity of the Yatagarasu? The real identity of the Yatagarasu is... It's neither person in particular.
Neither identity of the Yatagarasu is neither Brian Faraday nor Callisto Yu. But by the same token, they are also both the real Yatagarasu.
How very perceptive of you.
No way. The single person known as the Great Thief Yatagarasu never existed.
Mr. Edgeworth, No, I refuse to believe this.
The Yatagarasu is known to have 3 special skills. Skill number 1. The Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. And a lawyer would have the opportunity to learn the layout of a corporations. Skill number 2. The Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. And a good prosecutor will be well versed in the way of a criminal. And skill number 3. The Yatagarasu doesn't leave a single shred of evidence behind. Ever.
I wouldn't mess with that man, you. I would not mess with that man. He has a gun too.
Detective Bad.
It was only natural for the Yatagarasu to never leave evidence behind, because the lead detective on the case hid it all away.
You're the 3rd member of the Yatagarasu.
You didn't piece that together!
You. Been looking for you for a long time. 7 long years. I finally got you.
Why, Mr. Bad, long time no see.
What happened to us? We used to be such a great team.
If you were such a great team, then why did you kill my father 7 years ago?
Why indeed? It was nothing personal, really. He was just another person I had to kill.
How can you say that?
I grew weary of this. It's about time for everything to come to an end. And this time I won't miss.
Stop! You... K! Oh. It's over, Shin-na. Oh! Ow in the leg! Ow in the leg! Leg!
Your leg!
Damn! Wolfie for the win! Wolfie for the win! I told you this man's cool!
Agent Lang!
Ah.
You idiot. What were you thinking, jumping in front of my gun like that? What are you risking your life for?
I'm sorry, Detective Bat, but no matter what sort of past she may have had, or even if she is a spy, it doesn't change the fact that she is my subordinate. As long as she is, I can't let any harm to come to her, not even from you.
You really are an idiot. You know that?
Ah, it's fine with me. You should know by now, this is just how I am. Hey, sis.
Yes?
I want you to conduct a full body search. Shin-na might have another weapon on her.
Alright. Detective Gumshoe, your assistance, please.
Sir! That escalated real quick. Can somebody wrap up his leg? I guess it was Bad that hit him. But he did get K out of the way and restrain her. I don't know how that would have gone if Lang didn't intervene. It is not good to attack somebody who has a gun pointed at something vital. All I'm gonna say on the matter. Moving on. Hey, I found something. It's a knife! It's a knife we've been looking for, actually.
What is this, sir? It looks like the blade of a knife, but it doesn't have a handle. It has a butterfly on it. It's the one we've been looking for.
This is a great find, Detective.
Huh? It is, sir.
Try carrying up this blade with this handle. Yeah, Balinese.
Take that!
I believe this blade actually belongs with the handle that was on the murder weapon.
Hey, they fit together perfectly.
This blade must have been taken from the crime scene, when the knife handles were switched.
I'm gonna return this Balinese knife now.
Alright. Trust that you'll make sure that it is returned to Ambassador Polano. A Balinese knife handle given to Detective Gumshoe. I believe this makes it perfectly clear who did it. Listo you. The only time the handles could have been switched is just after Mr. Kochen's murder. Aha. Which means that you must be Mr. Kochen's killer. Who killed Mr. Kochen with the Alabastian knife?
Goodbye.
It just fell over. There was no other animation. That's kind of... I'm sorry. Just dropped like a rock. Alright, where were we? You killed Mr. Kochen with the Alabastian knife. Switched the handles. And then took the original blade of the Balinese knife with you. Later, you allowed yourself to be spotted by Kay near the open-air stage. You used the fireplace to lose her, and then you went back to accuse her of the murder. Does that about sum it up?
Objection!
Oh, she's got voiceovers now. You crafted an engaging tale, Edgeworth. What's your problems with it? Problems? In what respect? What do you think my real reason was in allowing her to chase after me? It was also I could capture Kay Faraday.
What?
When I saw you use that device at Gatewater Land, I knew right away that you were Brian Faraday's daughter. I think I'm curious, so I researched a little into your background. That's how I found out that you were on the trail of the Yatagarasu. So that's why you tried to pin Mr. Kochen's murder on me? Yes, I knew he would show up at this embassy tonight. So I thought to use you. But pinning the murder on you wasn't my only goal. You had another? Yes. Once I had you under arrest, I planned to search you and take back the device that rightfully belongs to me, the true Yatagarasu.
We're going to take Little Thief away from me?
7 years ago. It was thanks to that device that Faraday was able to infiltrate this place. But he stole more than he should have. Had a tough time recovering that precious key. And the person who stole the Yatagarasu's key was Mr. Faraday. You. That incident 7 years ago. What was the catalyst behind it? In the eyes of the smuggling ring, the Yatagarasu was becoming a bit of a problem. It wasn't an especially pleasant assignment. And why? Why did you become a member of the Yatagarasu? Why? There is no why. I was destined to betray everyone from the very beginning. From the beginning? What is that supposed to mean? The person I take orders from hasn't changed. Even now, to this day. Does this mean that the leader of the smuggling ring wasn't Mr. Kochen? And the real ringleader is still out there pulling the strings? Are you done asking what you need to know? Because if so, we should probably get going. And you're going to tell me everything you did tonight. You understand, Shin-na? I guess I should tell you then, that I was the one who sent the Balinese emissary on fire. Why did you do that? I suppose it was destroy all evidence of the counterfeit bills. That was what the smuggling ring was trying to do. But then, why start 2 fires? Sorry, but I can't tell you anything about the ring. It's your job to complete your investigation, after all. I've had my fun. Now it's your turn to enjoy the ride. Wait! I mean, this Shin-na. Yes. When I fell to the floor earlier, these fell at my feet. What about them? They're such pretty hair sticks that I thought, well, I should return them to you. You can have them. They're of no use to me anymore. If you don't want them, you can always just throw them away. No, I want to keep them. Suit yourself. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot Edgeworth. With the second problem I had with your story. I didn't kill anyone tonight. What? I'm not saying that as a sore loser. Think of it as a hint, if you will. Mr. Prosecutor! Yes, Agent Lang? Mark my words. I'm not done here. And I'll be back. Take care of your leg! And it's got nothing to do with duty or anything. Because this has become my personal case. I may have been shot, but I'll show you just how dangerous a wounded wolf can be. He is the grumpy man. His anger appears to have negated the sensation of pain in his injured leg. Or that man's got one high pain tolerance. Please take care of that. You're bleeding. Looking away. Should we find somebody else to go with him? He does have a wounded leg. It's finally over, Kay. I feel like I peered into her heart a little, you know? And it's so cold and dark. And incredibly lonely. The person who was giving her all these commands. One who thought my father was a problem to be removed. The person is the real ringleader behind the smuggling ring. Mr. Edgeworth, I have a favor to ask. Can you hold on to these hair sticks for me? They're really pretty, just like the ones they were selling for the Jammy Ninja show. Until this case is over, I don't think I can look at them without being overcome. She's so sad! Somebody give her head pats. I understand. I'll take good care of them for you. There's a bit of soil stuck on the ends of these sticks. I know! There's a... Sorry, incoherent gibbering. These! Sticky sticks! I just... Sticks! They're sticks with candy stripe. What do you mean candy stripe pattern? They're like a solid red. They're sticks with candy stripe pattern on them. There's some dirt on the tips. What do you mean like candy coloring? Like those the sugar-covered strawberries? I don't think this is a candy cane situation. I think it's those strawberry stick things. Oh, I guess it's that time already, huh? So it's midnight, the dawn of another day. Hey, Pops, thanks a bunch. You've really done a lot for everyone all these years. Detective God, don't tell me today is the day. Yeah, it is. With this, I can retire in peace. It was down to the wire. We almost didn't make it. But we did it. We solved everything. That's just it. We haven't solved everything yet. The ringleader of the smuggling ring, you, the Yatagarasu were chasing after. The legend of that Yatagarasu is now over.
Mr. Edgeworth, that bit of logic earlier, it was brilliant. I feel like I can leave it all in your hands. I am counting on you.
Is it really true, Uncle Bad? Were you also part of the Yatagarasu?
As I said to you earlier, Kay, I'm truly sorry. I wanted nothing but a peaceful life for you.
Uncle Bad?
Hey, don't take it so seriously! It's just all one big joke, right?
Unfortunately, it isn't.
Oh, come on, sir. She just yanking on my chain, isn't she, Mr. Edgeworth?
Detective Bad. Wait, no, you are no longer a detective. Mr. Bad, I'd like to ask you about the Yatagarasu.
You too, Mr. Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth, here, I should give these back to you. These are the pages from my KG8 case file that the Yatagarasu stole from my office.
It was Detective Bad? Huh? Wait, what? Well, that explains why you didn't shoot Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth, I must apologize for last night.
He was very grumpy about it. Understandably so, but still.
So, the Yatagarasu who stole into my room was you, was it?
Wait, then that means... What? Tell me it's not true. That's too insane for me to believe, sir.
It's true. Even if it's not something you want to hear. KG8 incident. It was a very emotional, trying case. We stood in that courtroom. Faraday as the prosecutor, and I as the lead detective. Faraday had evidence in his possession that would prove the defendant guilty. However, because it was stolen, the defendant was found innocent. You was the elder sister of the victim in the case. When the defendant was pronounced not guilty, she let out a great wail. That's when we realized that there was a limit to what the law could do. The only way to bring someone like that to justice was to do so outside of the courts. That's what we thought at the time. That's how we formed the Yatagarasu and vowed to bring to light any dirty dealings companies had with the ring, including companies that dealt with the Amano Group. Mr. Amano's conglomerate. We called ourselves the Yatagarasu and flexed our collective muscle. We exposed all sorts of shady dealings as a warning to the business world as a whole. By doing that, we were able to stop the higher-ups from covering things up. And then, it was finally time. We had finally arrived at the moment when we'd find out the ringleader's true identity. It was then that you literally stabbed us in the heart. And Faraday, he died for it. But why? Isn't she the sister of the victim in the KG8 incident?
That could have been fabricated. She's not Callisto Yu.
After Faraday's death, I looked into her past. And that's when I found out that she was a phony. The victim of the KG8 incident, CCU. She never had a sister. What? Then that means... China wasn't the only fake name she used. Callisto Yu was also another pseudonym. From the very beginning,
That woman was a spy sent by the smuggling ring. She said it herself. I was destined to betray everyone from the very beginning. Anyway, let's return to the real topic at hand. Mr. Edgeworth, this trump card that we stuck onto this page of the case file. Please use it wisely. Trump card. That photo we stuck on there. Try peeling it off. Behind it slumbers a piece of evidence that Faraday hid all those years ago. It's the mark of the Yatagarasu, but why? This is a directives card from the big boss. Take a look at the back. This was something Ho-Chen had on him at the time of the KG-8 incident 10 years ago. That blood is from the victim of the incident, Miss CCU. Why is the card adorned with the mark of the Yatagarasu? The reason why we called ourselves the Yatagarasu was because of the three-legged raven mark the smuggling ring's boss used. Apparently, orders from the boss would come on these cards without fail. The person who received the order was supposed to burn it immediately after reading it. And apparently, it burns a bright green flame when set ablaze. So you mean the cards were written in Belbanese ink? The fact that the card that Ho-Chen was sent made it into Faraday's hand at all is nothing short of a miracle. We decided that whenever we stole anything, we would send a card along with it to the police. So that's what those white cards are. They're the white raven to the evil Yatagarasu's black raven! It all lines up! Lore! I may be a little too excited about that. A great thief that used the mark that only those with the ring would know. It was our message to the ringleader that we were only a few steps behind. Trump card data jotted down by organizer. And one more thing, Detective Gumshoe. I'm entrusting this to you. What's this, sir? This is what I was talking about earlier. During the KG-8 incident trial, Faraday had this in his possession. This important, definitive piece of evidence. But I thought it was stolen. How do you have it? The person who stole it from us 10 years ago was a man by the name of Ernest Amano. And he had it locked and hidden away for all this time. But we forced him to tell us where it was, finally. After the other day's kidnapping case. Evidence from the KG-8. Evidence from KG-8. Faraday had obtained it once, but Ernest Amano had it stolen. This video. What? Don't come any closer, I'm warning you. I have no idea what is it. This is the same video as the one Mr. Portsman was trying to conceal from me. Yeah, it would seem that even he was caught up in that ring's web. Mono was preparing to take on the boss someday. And the video was his insurance. That's where this that's where that prosecutor comes in. He was to retrieve the video. On top of that, he was apparently instructed to sneak into your office and steal the trump card. You saw it for yourself, right? That card that told him to preserve the evidence. Then the card was not the calling card of the Yatagarasu, but rather a directives card from the ringleader to Mr. Portsman. The two pieces together make for a strong weapon for whoever holds them. Evidence that Mr. Portsman ought to withhold from me. And the one that you stole from my office last night. Both pieces are illegal. If I'm ready to use either one is... Whether you use them or not is up to you. They will be of help to you when you take on someone who is above the law. Is the boss one of those who cannot be brought to court that Mr. Faraday spoke of? Detective Bad. There is no limit to the law, but it is the people who determine the limits to them. You still insist on that, even now? You really are something else. I'll leave the rest in your hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, the handcuffs. It's time to lock up the last remaining member of the Yatagarasu. Ops. Don't ever lose your detective spirit. Pops, what is happening? This isn't justice. Like I always told you, you do not get emotionally involved. Now let's go. Yes, sir! He's gonna be easier to deal with. That was a lot of a lot. Can I move? Nope. Is this really the end of a legend? To be continued. Next week. Probably? Do I have something next week? No, I'm good. Yes. Save. What is the next chapter? The videotape's testimony. Alright. Bop. That was a lot, but we got her! We got Callisto U! And I also can finally talk about how the Yatagarasu was 3 people. I remembered that too. I did not remember the lead up to that at all. I remember that much though! I was like, it's 3 people, it has 3 legs. That 7 years ago case where it's like, we need to find this one person. I'm like, it's 3. And I had to not say that the entire case. Well, not really random. There was a picture to it. I've noticed that if it's a picture, like a visual, I'll remember it. If it's something they only find out through dialogue, I don't remember anything. But yeah, there you go. Water. Ah, gosh. Changing through all those voices like that really did a number on my throat today. I should probably get something warm to drink afterward. But now we have 1/2 of this episode solved. We are now on to the other half of how... what was it? Damas the Second's murderer. Also, I guess, Mr. Kochen's murderer, too, because it's an Ace Attorney game. If it was reality, I would doubt Shin-na, Callisto U, whatever she's called. Whatever her name is. I guess I'll go with Shin-na. She's dressed up like Shin-na. Yeah, Shin-na there. I actually do believe that she didn't kill anyone that night. It's Ace Attorney. They wouldn't have somebody just say that just to be a random red herring. This is not how Ace Attorney works. Maybe another detective game, but not this one. So yeah, that should be interesting. Ooh. I kinda remember 1 or 2 things from the next part. My health. Ooh, big yawn, sorry. But yeah, we should have that next Monday. Be sure to leave a like or a comment below if you want to see more, because we'll make the algorithm pop up the next stream. Also, if you dropped into this one or partway through, be sure to check out the VODs on my YouTube channel, because I do keep the full VODs up. You can skip through them too. I don't mind. I'm like, I don't need someone to watch like every beat for beat. I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, but I do have the full investigations collection up, and I will continue to do so. So be sure to check that out. I'm also on
I dual cast both YouTube and Twitch, so if I'm streaming on one, you can catch me on the other. Assuming that doesn't change. As of recording, I'm just gonna put, when I say things like that, it's always as of recording. Things are subject to change. And yeah, be sure to check below my YouTube description or just any other place. I do keep my information of where to find other my social medias. So if you want to check my schedule, because I do post it on YouTube, Tumblr, and Blue Sky. And yeah, I do keep my Twitch schedule updated pretty well as well. So yeah, be sure to look there if you want to see upcoming games, because we have Fields of Mysteria, or Mystria. I'm still not entirely sure how to pronounce it. I think it's Mystria. Maybe? Mystria? Yeah. But anyway, the indie farming game that feels very, sometimes like Minish Cap, The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap. That is tomorrow. Then we have Pokemon Coliseum. I'm doing a bit of a challenge. It's the first time I ever played Pokemon Coliseum. I didn't catch Pokemon until after Mount Battle because I didn't know how. I'm not going to go over that because honestly, it's been too long for me to really remember how it was a problem. But yeah, so I'm recreating that, except I am catching the Shadow Pokemon because it is Coliseum, and I think you don't really have another chance. You might, but this is at a time where the internet was new, so the information's really iffy, so I'm trying to catch all the Shadow Pokemon. I'm not using them, however. So not only do I have to catch all the Shadow Pokemon, I also have to do it only using Umbreon Espeon up until we get given Plusle. So yeah, there's an Umbreon Espeon and Plusle challenge until after Mount Battle, because that is how I played it the first time, so let's see if I can do it again, because I've never tried this again. So that's interesting if you like Pokemon. And then, of course, we finish the week off as per usual nowadays with Final Fantasy XIV, so be sure to check that out. But for now, I will leave it here with fun bye-byes to all you painted little meesies. And I hope to catch all of you in another stream, whether you're a painted beast here live or watching a VOD. It's been a good time, and bye-bye!